Hello and welcome to Floristry Market. My name is Greg and this is
Emma
from
Lily and Bee.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. Right, straight into it. What are we doing?
Right, so we're going to take a pre-made wreath, so you've got these out in the warehouse.
Yes, we do.
And then we're going to turn it into a bit of a spring wreath, but the idea is we're going to revisit this as the year goes through. So we're going to be able to kind of make it a spring wreath, a summer wreath, an autumn wreath.
So we're going to make it now and then in a couple of months.
Come back and we'll re-zhuzh it. Yeah.
Excellent. You've got to come back.
Yeah. So this is a faux one. This is like a eucalyptus-y one, and it's on a plastic base.
Yes.
So because we can't push into it,
I see.
And we want to reuse it, you could probably glue onto it, but because I want to reuse it, what we're going to do is we're going to tie on.
Okay.
So we've got this really nice tie. So this is the tie that's got the it's this one. It's got the wire running through it. I think we've seen it before.
Yeah.
So it's really good. We can sort of twist it on the back.
Okay.
And add to it, which means it'll be really easy to put on, but also really easy to take off.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So what we're going to put on for the spring is nothing for me screams spring as much as tulips.
Of course.
So I love these ones. These are like a faux touch one. We've got them in loads of different colours out in the warehouse. They're really bendy.
Yep.
So it's always important. We've talked about it before in previous shows.
Yep.
You know, when things come in like that and they look really
just
pre-packed, manipulate them, bend them, you know. We've then got some hyacinths, which I'm not sure if we're going to use, but I just love them.
Yep. I've just noticed some of these heads are permanently closed.
Yeah.
So, and some of these are, so mixed up.
Mixed up, and like they've even got the like
really
little
cool.
stamens
Just
inside.
Makes them real.
So yeah, they do look really nice, don't they? They're really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lay them around. So we're going to lift, so rather than just like plonking it on, we're going to kind of like lift up the foliage, threadle them in. Threadle them? Is that a word?
Well, it is now.
It is now.
We'll threadle them in.
We're going to thread them in.
A threadle. I like that word.
Threadle?
Yeah.
It's like a yo. I don't know why I said that on camera. I was
like
going
a
to start.
what?
I was going to start yodeling.
Go on, yodel. Yodel. Give us a yodel. Go on.
Right. I don't know. It's all gone horribly wrong already.
We're going to make that a short.
Oh God. Right. So I'm just going to work out where I want them to go.
Okay.
So normally, sometimes when you make designs, there's one of two ways of doing it. You either completely plan the whole thing out before you're going to do it, or sometimes it evolves as you go along.
Yeah.
So
which approach do you take most?
evolves as I go. I'll choose the flowers in the container. So I suppose somewhere in the back of my head, I've got a rough idea.
Yeah.
But then it will evolve as it goes along.
But that probably comes from years of experience as well. So you get there 50% of the way minimum before you actually start.
Yeah, so that's partly why we learn the principles and elements of design, like line, texture, space, colour, all of those things. So you've got those kind of like tick boxes, rules, I suppose, and then you can play around with them. Okay. But sometimes it's really nice being creative. Sometimes it just depends on what you've got left in the studio. So you might think, oh, I've got this space, I've got those flowers, what can I make? Yeah. Or sometimes you plan it out.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wire and I'm just going to zhuzh it in between the eucalyptus because I don't want to tie it flat. Okay. And then I'm just going to twist it on and snip it. So we're literally just tying them on.
Well, so you're not even tying a knot, you're just twisting because
just
it's got the wire in.
Because it's got the wire in. And then I'm going to leave it. I'm actually only tying it almost in the middle so that I can move the heads around because I want to be able to bend those and make it look 3D. What I don't want to do is tie it on really flat and tight. You want to have a little bit of movement. So I'm just going to tie around. So you just want to make sure that they're nice and secure. But as I said, so the things you want to do is you don't want to tie it too tightly like that.
Okay. You
don't want to squash all the foliage while you're doing it. So you kind of need to like weave in and out.
So you're going to tie two together there?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm going to lift those leaves up. So you don't really want to see where you've tied it. So you can just pop that in and twist it. So you obviously need to, so I'm going to go twist around a couple of times.
Yeah.
You obviously need to make it sure it's nice and secure. You don't want to sort of lift your wreath up and everything fall off.
Twist and snip.
But I'm starting to, bend them round as you go. And something like this is really nice because you might want it all at the top, you might want it at the bottom, you might want it all the way round. And it's quite nice, as I say, to just sort of play around with them, tuck them in. I'm looping them round. So I love a tulip. I just think they're really gorgeous. What I love about these ones is the foliage.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
And I like that
very
you can...
realistic. If you weren't touching them, you'd think they were real.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love a fresh door wreath. And at Christmas, it's fantastic because they'll last for ages. Great British weather, pop it on the door, pine, spruce. It's going to last you, you know, from mid-November. Well, actually, I've got a lady that contacted me recently and she said, could I take her Christmas decorations down? So bear in mind, we are now on the 2nd of February and I put it up mid-November. So that's how long they last. But when you put like a fresh spring, summer one on there, they don't last as long. I mean, you can do them with real bulbs because the bulb contains everything that the flower needs. So you can put the bulb onto a spring wreath and then it will still open if you keep it wet. But these are great for going on the front door. You know, doesn't matter if it's really, really sunny, warm, don't water it, you know. So that one, I'm going to have to tie it in a couple of paces. So I'm going to just tuck that in.
So you've put all the tulips on there now?
Yeah, so now we've got like all the tulips on there. So now I'm going to add in, I'm going to tie that one in. I'm going to add in some hyacinths, just nearer to the centre. So I'm going to put sort of the bigger, darker flowers nearer to the middle. I'm just going to carry on tying those in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip that out because I only want it to be that sort of length when I tie it in. But I'm probably then I might tie the foliage in with it as well, so that I'm still using the foliage, but everything's going exactly where I want it to be. So I've got 3 of those that I'm going to add in and tie in now.
And that's just the same technique as you use.
Same technique, yeah. I mean, so this is really simple, but it's more because I wanted to use this base. I mean, if you had a ring, you know, like a dried foam ring or a moss ring, and you wanted to put the faux foliage on it, then you could push it in. But because I'm very aware that I want to reuse this and take things off.
So you've tied some in knots and you've tied some just twisting.
Oh, I don't know. That's just...
Why have you done one and not the other?
It's just how my brain works, Greg.
Okay, all right.
Randomly,
so there's no rule. I
think actually I just twisted. That might be the bit of the from there. I think I twisted the tulips in because they were smaller and lighter, and then I tied the hyacinths in because they were bigger and heavier, and I wanted more of a chunky.
Okay, got it.
Like connection. That is what I'm going to say, and we're sticking with it.
Okay. All right. So we've got 2 different types of flower in there now, and we're going to put the 3rd in.
Yeah, so now I'm going to add the narcissi in, which Jenny, in your who's your buyer, who's the oracle of all of your products,
she knows about everything,
tells me that these are UV resistant.
They are.
So that's great. So that's perfect if they're going on your front door or they're going out for a client. They're going to be outside. That's brilliant, especially when there's something really bright and yellow, because obviously that fades quite quickly. So now I'm just going to decide where I want to pop those. And then just carry on and I shall tie those in.
Perfect. If you're enjoying this content, please subscribe and give us a like on YouTube. And if you want to see more of Emma, she's on our Facebook, she's on our Instagram, and she's on our TikTok. She gets everywhere. Give us a follow on those too. So, we've got everything on there that you're going to put on there now. Is that right?
Yeah. So we've just gone around, so that it was a bit of a process. I find it easier. Some people will add everything like as a bit of a mix match as they go around. I find it easier so I've added all my tulips, then I added all my hyacinths, then I added all my narcissi in between. I just find that that's easier to put it in. So I've just tied them on. So like, I know you said, like some of them I just twisted. So the lighter ones, I just sort of twisted those in. The heavier things like your hyacinths, I actually tied a knot with those. And then you can add a bow, so you can, that's a nice way to sort of season it up. So, you know, you can have a nice yellow bow, add to it. So that will see you through probably right up to like May, June, and then you can do a nice summer one.
All right, so the next one we're going to be doing in a few months' time is going to be summer.
Yeah. So
excellent.
And then also, because I've just tied those on, you can just cut those off, put them in a little box container, and then you can bring them out again next spring. So
cool. So any ideas you've got as to what we should put in this for the summer, leave your comments down below. Emma, thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you all next time. Bye.
Bye.